Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And welcome. We're very excited about this service tonight. Looking forward to hearing from our world traveler. He's back from Copenhagen and Copenhagen. Right, well, they say both ways. I asked about that. And you'll find out a lot more about that. Right now, I'd like to sing with you a little and get us into the mood. I hope everybody has their leaflets with some song words. We'll warm up with something lyrical. A song called Holy Ground. Left-hand page of your lyrics, of your leaflets. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, everything, everyone, every place, every way, where you walk, where you stand, where you love, where you pray, all of life is holy ground. Every he, every she, every what, every who, it's in her, it's in them, it's in me, it's in you. In the bitter, in the sweet, in the calm, in the storm. All of life is holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Make a holy sound. Take your shoes off, you're on holy ground. When you hurt, when you heal, when you laugh, when you pray, when you hold and when you keep, when you give it away, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, all of life is holy ground. So walk as if it's holy ground. Breathe as if it's all around. Talk and make a holy sound. Take your shoes off, you're on holy ground. Every second, every minute, every hour, every day, everything, everyone, every place, every way, where you walk, where you stand, where you love, where you pray, all of life is holy ground. All of life is holy ground. Okay, now that everyone's been put to sleep by that slow song, we're going to wake you up to the next one. This is one that we've been doing just recently, a song called B'Tselem Elohim, which means in the image of God. And it's kind of a fun song to sing, and I hope you'll join in, especially in the beginning with the yeah, yeah, yeahs that it starts with. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Now that you know that tune, I'm going to ask you to join in with me on these guys. Loud as you can. Here we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 We all got a life to live. We all got a gift to give. Just open your heart and let it out. We all got a piece to bring. We all got a song to sing. Just open your heart and let it out. Yeah, when I reach out to you and you to me, we become B'Tselem Elohim. When we share our hopes and our dreams, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. We all got a tale to tell, we all got to speak it well. Just open your heart and let it out. We all got a mountain to climb, we all got a truth to find. Just open your heart and let it out. Yeah, when I reach out to you and you to me, we become B'Tselem Elohim. Our dream, each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. Each one of us B'Tselem Elohim. All right. We good? Should we do one more?
Why not the free?
Let's. That's what you think. Okay. We have one more song on the right-hand side of that page called Lo Alecha, and a song by Jeff Klepper. And it says, translation roughly in English is that you are not obligated to complete your tasks, but neither should you refrain from starting them. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, lo alecha ligmor, lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, lo alecha ligmor, velo ata ben chori lehibatel mimena, velo ata ben chori. And I introduce the Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom. So nice to be together, particularly this evening, this week after the tragic events of the week. And I wanted to welcome our temple matriarch back, Phyllis, who just had shoulder surgery 2 weeks ago and is now completely bionic, right? And we have a couple of new families who are joining us for the first time, so welcome to you guys. And I just wanted to say that I was thinking about the Torah today and how this week we finished reading the book of Leviticus, and when you finish reading a book of the Torah, it's traditional that you say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek, and which means be strong, and be strengthened. And I really feel like being together as a community, we're trying to gain strength from each other right now. I feel like we're in such a hard place between the tragedy that took place in Washington, and just no matter how we feel about what's happening in the Middle East, there are people to the right of us, there are people to the left of us, and everybody's blaming us in the middle, and just to have a police car out front again today, and just to have so much fortification and so much fear and anxiety, and it just shouldn't be like that, and we should just be able to live our lives as free American citizens who are proud of our Jewish identity, and not to live having to look over our shoulder, or to feel like we're being judged. And so I just feel like we really need to keep that in mind. This is the week of Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. May we each be strengthened individually, and may we strengthen each other. So with that, we're going to start our service, and I would like to invite two people who are here to also show us how our numbers are strengthened. My friends here, Carissa and Lilly. Carissa just graduated from Abramson, and Lilly is our speaker this evening, and she goes to UVM. So I'd like to invite them to come on up and open the doors of the Ark and the Ark curtain. Please rise in body or spirit. Please be seated. And we're going to continue our service with the lighting of the Shabbat candles, which you may find on page 120 and 121. I would like to invite the Rubin family to come up and join us. 3 generations of Rubins this evening. And thank you to Anne for sponsoring the Oneg Shabbat in honor of your granddaughter. Daughter or granddaughters? Daughter. Just one. You're only sponsoring it in honor of one of them, not the other. Okay. How do we feel about that?
Light the candles.
As the Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As this brightness reminds us of the generation of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch
Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen, 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 amen.
And now that we've lit the lights of special light of Shabbat, we're going to continue with welcoming the Shabbat bride with the singing of Lecha Dodi, which you may find on pages 138 and 139. Get your shakers ready.
Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalah, Shamor v'Zachor, B'Dibur Echad, Ishmiyanu El Am Yuchad, Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad, V'Shemu Tiferet V'Lihila, Lecha Dodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Kabbalah. Verse 5. Toruri, Kiva Ori, Kumi, Ori, Shidaberi, Kipod Adonai, Alai, Nigla, Lekadodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalah, Lekad Dodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Kabbalah. Last verse. Boi v'Shalom, Ateret Ba'ala, Gam v'Simcha, U'Sahola, Toch Emunei, Am Segula, Boi Chala, Lecha Dodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Kabbalah, Lecha Dodi, Lekrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Kabbalah, B'nei Shabbat Kabbalah.
And that concludes the first part of our service, the Kabbalat Shabbat, or welcoming of Shabbat. Now we continue with the second section, called the Shema U'Virchoteha, on page 146, the Shema and its blessings. Please rise in body or spirit. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorah. Baruch Adonai Hamavorah Leolam Vaed.
Page 148.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechakma poteach she'arim uvitvuna mishanei itim umachalif et hazmanim sader et hachochavim b'mishmerotehem barkia kirtzono b'rei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or umavir yom umevi laila umavdil bain yom uvein laila Adonai Sevaot Shemo El Chai v'chayam tamid yimloch alinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai hamariv aravim.
Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Page 150.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lemadeta, otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachvenu ufkomenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu b'orech yameinu Uvahem nege yomam v'layla, nege yomam v'layla. V'ahavatcha al tahasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Page 152 and 153. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Page 154.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvletecha v'derech uv'shachbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam leod al yadecha v'hayu letitafod bein einecha uv'tarvtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha Leman tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children, recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hands and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emeth.
And now we continue with the singing of Michamocha, which you may find on page 158. Michamocha is the prayer which thanks God for enabling the Israelite people to cross the Red Sea to freedom from Pharaoh's grip. Shakers ready.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושי פלא, נורא תהילות עושי פלא, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, ואלי ענו ויאמרו, ואלי ענו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
We continue now on page 160 with the singing of Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu is a special prayer asking God to create a shelter of peace around us. And we think of all of those who need that shelter of peace, particularly this week. We think first of all of the hostages. We also think of all Jews in America who are just feel a need for comfort and support right now. We think of everybody in the land of Israel, and we think of all those innocent people in the Middle East who are suffering through no fault of their own. Page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Ushmor Tzedkeinu L'chaim u'shalom ve'ata v'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Continue on page 162 with the singing of the Shamru. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, v'azor et ha-Shabbat לדורות בריחולה. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, v'azor et ha-Shabbat לדורות בריחולה. B'nei B'nei Yisrael, hodim le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, v'azor et ha-Shabbat לדורותם בריחולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, ועזור את השבת Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
That concludes that section of our service. We continue on page 164 with the tefillah. Please rise in body or spirit.
Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Satai Kita, Anananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilate, Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Satai Kita, Anananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilate. Ananananana Satai Kita, Ananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilate, Ananananana Adonai, Ananananana Satai Kita, Ananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilate. Ananananana Satai Kita, Ananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilate, Ananananana Satai Kita, Ananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilate.
Page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasidim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher hasei avot v'imahot, u'mevii gula livnei b'neihem, l'ma'an shemo b'yahava, melech ozer, Moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, magen, Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol atah rav l'hoshia, mechachel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asurim, umchayim emunato lishenei afar, micha mocha bal gevurot, umidon elach, melech vinid, umachayim, umatzmiach mishua, v'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol.
Page 170.
Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalaluhu chazela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. We now continue on page 552, Shalva, with a special prayer for the state of Israel.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו, הגן עליה בעברת חסדיך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך, ושלח אורך ועמיתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה, ותקנה בעצה טובה מלפניך, ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן.
Together, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Please be seated. Now we turn back to page 178 with a singing of Shalom Rav, a song for peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'shul עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tazim Leolam. Tazim Leolam. Tazim Leolam.
Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Baruch atah Adonai, havarei et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
The following prayer is not in your prayer books. It's a prayer for the welfare and return of Israel's captured and missing from among our brothers. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rivka, Yaakov, Leah and Rachel, may God bless the captured and the many kidnapped citizens still being held in painful captivity in Gaza among them, along with all who are in captivity and distress. May it be your will, Adonai Tzvaot, God of hosts, to rescue and redeem these souls and return them swiftly to their families in the land of Israel. As it is written, thus said God, a cry is heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter weeping, Rachel weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted. Now we continue with the Misha Berach Get Well prayer, which you may find on page 371. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. We think in particular of Jess Weinstone, Ellen Waldron, Phyllis Burlow, and Anna Singer. We think of all of those who are dealing with mental or psychological or physical ailments at this moment in time, and here in Israel and in the Middle East and around the world. And at this time, if there are names of others you'd like us to keep in our hearts and minds, as we prepare to recite the Misha Beirach, you may say their names aloud or in your hearts as I look across the room.
Sharon Lipman, Gerald Lipman, Eric Axelrod. Gail Rothko.
Pumpkin Hobbs, Pumpkin Townsend, Declan Lyons. Linda Weissman.
May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send all of them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Misha Beirach Avotinu Mikor Habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Beirach Imotinu Mekor Habracha La'avotinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shleima, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We pause for a moment of silent prayer. And now we continue with the singing of Oseh Shalom, another song for peace, at the bottom of page 180.
Oseh Shalom, Bimroma, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimroma, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimroma, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Bimroma, Uyaseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom again, everybody. I am honored to present Lilly Rubin, who grew up in this temple, and I still remember her and her sister. Their parents would bring them every single Friday night, and they would be dressed to the hilt with like these fancy frilly little dresses. And they would come up, and I remember every single week when they would open the doors of the ark and the ark curtain, and they were both like about this tall. And now look what happened. So both very, very accomplished. But Lilly actually has already spoken to us. I also wanted to say, I don't know what was going on in your house, but neither of them are, I would define as shrinking violets or wallflowers. Because you could tell, like I kept increasing all of the things that they were going to lead in the service this evening. I think we both could have just left, and they would have taken the service right over if we gave them half the chance. But anyway, Lilly has already Lilly, they both went through our entire religious school from the beginning all the way through confirmation class, and we're both very active in Sefti, and Carissa was our Sefti president, and I remember her ruling with an iron fist. Lilly was also very active in Sefti. Anyway, I digress. So Lilly has already spoken to us once a couple of years ago about environmentalism, right? And she'd gone to the rainforest in South America and Ecuador, and spoke to us about her experiences there and tied it in with Jewish values. And so she just came back from Denmark, and we were talking about it, like what could she talk about that would be related to Judaism that would make it relevant. And so Lilly came up with the idea of comparing the values of people in Denmark with the values of our Jewish tradition. So with that, I will invite Lilly to come on up and enlighten us.
Thank you, Rabbi. So I want to start by thanking my parents for making the past 4 months possible, because it definitely wouldn't have been without them. So I had the incredible opportunity to travel and immerse myself in other cultures. Seeing other parts of the world was an incredible experience, and I was lucky enough to see numerous other cultures and traditions. After each trip, I would return to the Copenhagen airport and immediately feel a sense of relief and calmness. This was my home. I spent 4 months traveling, but also immersing myself in Danish culture and doing my best to live like a local. For over a decade, Denmark has ranked in the top happiest country in the world. I can attest that within my short stay, I had become the happiest and healthiest version of myself that I had ever been. The reason why the Danes are so happy is no secret. Their lives are incredibly balanced. I often heard stories of people getting up in the middle of a meeting and leaving to go pick up their child from school. Chills, I know. They prioritize their work-life balance and strive for personal well-being. I would often be at the beach near my apartment doing a cold plunge, year-round mind you, and people would come straight from work wearing suits and dresses, dipping and then putting their suits and dresses back on to go home for the evening. This is a tiny example of how their culture prioritizes doing things to enrich your life. It doesn't need to take much time. You don't even need to pack a change of clothes or a towel. Just making an effort to do what is best for you goes a long way. Danish culture is world-renowned for its concept of hygge. Hygge is basically the art of being cozy. It bleeds into all aspects of living. From Scandinavian interior design to mugs without handles so your hands are filled with the warmth of the cup, Danes experience long, cold, dark winters, so the art of hygge is much needed. This got me thinking about the Jewish value of Shalom Bayit, peace in the home. This value prioritizes others within your home, like your children, parents, siblings, etc. The Danes always do this with traditions like Frødslik. Sorry, my Danish isn't very good. But this means Friday candy. This is when kids would walk home from school on Fridays and they would stop in their neighborhood candy stores on their way home. They would stock up, bring it home, and usually have a cozy night in watching movies with their families, especially during winter. I noticed a big part of this peace in the home idea is also people protecting their peace. Danish culture is very private. Money is never discussed, and most people don't even know what their friends do for work. This seems like a foreign concept, but it eliminates the competition, rivalry, and toxicness that can stem from competition around success in the workplace. In reality, we are so much more than our jobs, and it isn't usually relevant in our friendships. Another thing they do right is trust. People don't need to lock their doors or supervise their babies. A professor told me a story of her baby was napping outside, unsupervised as they usually do, and she came downstairs to find a stranger holding her baby. The baby started crying, so the stranger picked up the baby to help soothe it, and everyone was happy. All of these little changes contribute to the happiest country in the world. All of that being said, I realized how coming back to America became a dreaded topic for me to think about. It wasn't just leaving behind my new friends, city, or culture. It was coming back to the hustle, bustle, grind culture that is praised here. I think that the strain that we put on ourselves to do it all is incredibly harmful. How can we practice the Jewish value of tikkun olam and repair and improve the world if we don't even have time to repair and improve ourselves? This is something that Danish culture does right and got me thinking, why can't I bring this back? To help repair our extremely fractured communities today, we must first focus on ourselves. With a burning planet and children starving around the globe, one person cannot fix it all. To be able to make a positive social impact, we must not forget ourselves. While we all have goals and achievements we strive to accomplish, I urge you to not lose sight of what is really important and do what brings you joy. In turn, our communities can thrive and flourish, filled with kindness, support, and understanding, taking a small slice of the happiest country's culture. Thank you.
That was amazing. I feel happier already. It reminds me of when you said the children going to the store to get candy on their way home on Fridays. It reminds me when I was living in Israel, and every Friday on my way home from rabbinical school, we would all stop and get challahs on the way home. And we had to get two because I would eat one entire challah on the way home. But that's what it reminded me of it. Anyway, I just want to know if there are any questions. That was really, really excellent. Who here, raise your hand if you feel like you need to go to Denmark right now. You have a lot of converts. Do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think that you'd ever eventually live there, move there? Yes.
For sure.
And bring your parents?
For sure. I think when they came to visit, they were job hunting too, so I think anyone would want to move there for sure.
Robin.
What is it like for the children in school? Do they have a lot of homework and a lot of pressure, or is there like balance at school as well?
I think that there's definitely balance. I don't know like the ins and outs, but they stay with the same class their whole education journey, so they have a really strong community, I know, which is awesome. But I would always see the kids everywhere all the time, and even they'd always be outside even through like middle school age. So I think that they definitely have the balance that I think that we lack a lot here.
Any other questions? I just want to know what it was like. What was it called when you plunge into the cold water?
Just cold plunging.
Just cold plunging. Who here wants to cold plunge? Don't you go into the sauna afterwards or something?
Sometimes.
Okay, so, yeah, because I read a little bit about this. Yeah, interesting.
Share the outdoor pool story
What outdoor pool story?
at the hotel.
Oh.
Take a step this way, Robin.
When my parents came to visit, their hotel had an outdoor pool, so we went outside to go find what it was, and it was just the canal in the city, which is freezing cold, like absolutely frigid, but I went in anyways, and it was lovely.
Ron, did you want to tell any more stories?
We just thought it was so funny. There was a sign, outdoor pool, and we walked out expecting
A pool.
with lounge chairs, and they were like, there's the pool, and here's a towel if you want it.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you very much. That was great. And I can't wait to hear what you're going to talk about next year, your senior year. I have you booked already for next year. So with that, we will continue with the Elenu on page 586. I'd like to invite the Rubin girls, the Rubin women, to come on over and open the ark curtain. Please rise and embody your spirit.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated.
Please turn to page 588 and join me at the top of the page. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, בארץ מתחת אין עוד. Page 591, please join me in the Ne'emar and Vayom Hahu, and feel free to shake along. Ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, Vayom Hahu, yihye Adonai, echad u'shemo echad. Ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, Vayom hahu yihye Adonai, echad u'shemo echad. Vayom hahu yihye Adonai, Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Vayom hahu yihye Adonai, echad u'shemo echad. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, vayom hahu yihye Adonai, echad u'shemo echad, echad u'shemo echad, echad u'shemo echad.
We now turn to page 599 for the introduction to the Kaddish prayer. We think now of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. We recall Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lashinsky, who were brutally murdered this week. And we add to their names the names of those whose yahrzeits or anniversary of whose deaths occurred this week. Carol Getman, Joseph Knopfelmacher, Eric Smith, Raymond Smith, Anik Trop. And at this time, if there are names of others you'd like us to keep in our hearts and our minds, you're prepared to recite the Kaddish prayer. You may say their names aloud or in your hearts as I look across the room.
Dora Deutsch,
We also recall all of those who died defending the state of Israel and all of those innocent victims who were killed because of the war. Zichronam livracha, may all of their memories be for a blessing. We turn to page 598 and rise in body or spirit for the Kaddish prayer. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shnei Rabbah v'yalma divra pirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chaye chon v'yomei chon v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agala v'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shnei Rabbah v'varach v'olam omei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei v'kudashah b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, ta'amiran v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'ramav, uyaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to our country, to Israel, to all Israel and all the world, as we say together, Amen. Amen. Please be seated. Now I'd like to call on Robin Frisch, our wonderful temple president, for the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. First, I'd like to say to Lilly and Carissa, thank you so much. And Lilly, you inspired me. I wanted to go there as soon as possible. And it was wonderful. So this was an amazing Shabbat tonight, thanks to the Rubin family. And then upcoming services on Friday, May 30th. You can come and hear Jared and Lori Berzin, organizers of Bearing Witness, at the Burlington ICE office. On Friday, June 6th, a very special night. It'll be confirmation of Luke DeBrava, Sophie Grossman, and Eden Snyder. And then another very special Shabbat on Friday, June 13th, the bar mitzvah of Yoni Shaberla, and I know it'll mean the world to the family, as many of you that can come. And by the way, speaking of all of you, it's wonderful as always to see the familiar faces and wonderful to see some new faces as well too. Welcome, we're so glad to see all of you. And some other things coming up. Our Tikva support group is going to be on Thursday, June 5th, and this group is facilitated by Rabbi Susan Abramson, and it was originally started as a safe place to process thoughts and feelings as we talk about the difficult situation in the Middle East. And we've now expanded the purpose of the group. We also discussed the current political climate in our own country, and there's time when the discussion integrates both of those things. The main thing is we turn to each other for support, understanding, and respectful dialogue. For as long as needed, we'll keep doing this. It's a safe space to come, and it's a very special group, and everybody's welcome. On Memorial Day, May 26th at 11 a.m., we're very excited that our very own Ben Silver, our wonderful Cantorial Soloist, will be taking part in the Memorial Day Parade in Woburn, and at 11 a.m., and you can read in the announcements the details, but please come. Ben's going to lead us in prayer. We'll say Kaddish for our Jewish war veterans. And it's a great activity for all ages. The whole family is welcome, kids are welcome. There's also a parade, so please think about doing that on Monday. And we're Counting Our Blessings fundraiser happening right now, which is, it's as much fun to do it as anything else I've done with fundraising, where you really think about all the things you need to be grateful for and that you are grateful for. You're really, counting blessings is a really wonderful exercise. And that's what's going on here. And again, Shabbat Shalom, and it's just so good to see all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. And just to elaborate a tiny bit, so next week was gonna just be a normal simply Shabbat, but I've started going down to the ICE office, which is the regional ICE office, happens to be right down the street on District Ave, right behind the Burlington Mall, and it's the regional office where people are told to come to be processed, and where the decision is made whether to arrest them or let them go for now, and so I've been going there every week, and so this nice young couple, Jared and Laurie, who I didn't know at all, just randomly called me and said they were starting these vigils down there on Wednesdays. So I decided to help them, like, beef this up, the attendance. So every week that we've been doing it, we've had more and more people there. This year I think we had about 30 people there, and it's really, if you have the time, I know it's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the middle of the day, but if you're free, it's very meaningful because we all hold up signs, and people who are coming into the office, like, we'll give them a thumbs up or like wave or smile at them, and it really means a lot to them. So far we've had 2 people, one whose brother was going into the building, and another person who just like randomly stopped by, come over to us and just tell us how much it means to them that we're standing there, and how much it means to them that we Americans are supporting them, and how much they say all they want to do is just live in peace in our country and just have a normal life. But so we really influence people that way, and cars are driving by and like honking their horns at us. We see lots and lots of vans coming in and out of the ICE office, taking people away, and we kind of like give people a thumbs up that way also. So we're not just standing there randomly with signs, but there's a lot of interaction going on. So Jared and Laurie are going to come next week and tell us all about it, and what brought them to decide to do this and all of that. Really, really nice young people, so hope you'll join us for that. Anyway, thank you, Lily, for that wonderful presentation again. And so Carissa just graduated from Abramson, which is who our Oneg is sponsored for. And she immediately got like the dream job, which she's been looking forward to her whole life, going to Houston to, she's going to be working for the Houston Texans.
Oh, wow.
Which is the football team. I have to say that when Carissa was in confirmation class, she insisted that the theme of the Purim spiel that year be the Patriots. So I remember we all had to like come dressed as one of the Patriots. So she's turned against the Patriots. So you still?
No, I still support them.
You still support them, right? So she's going to be working for the Houston Texans as what?
Corporate partnerships.
Doing corporate partnerships, and you can line up behind me to get free tickets. So do they play the Patriots?
Not this year.
Not this year. Oh, well, that's not good. Anyway, and you're leaving very soon, right? At the beginning of June?
Yeah.
Wow, so she's just like off to Texas, off to Houston. So and Lily's gonna go back to UVM, and you're gonna be a senior? Excellent. So anyway, you can congratulate her afterwards and try to get tickets from her, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, we're going to continue with the Kiddush on pages 122 and 123. I'd like to invite the Rubins back up to lead us in that. And also, I just wanted to thank, to welcome the new people who've joined us this evening for the first time, and please join us for the Oneg Shabbat afterwards. We promise not to overwhelm you with whatever. Thank you.
There's good dessert.
There's really good dessert. Okay, please rise in body or spirit. Come closer. Come closer.
heaven and the earth were finished, and all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodesho v'ahava uvratzon inhilanu. Zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu bacharta, yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, Yava uvratzon inkaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, v'kadesh haShabbat. Amen.
Again, it's all yours.
Okay, why don't you guys just stay up here for the motzi?
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Please be seated.
And for our closing song, knowing that our world traveler has spent time in different countries but always finds the Jewish community there and always attempts to see their Jewish values and bring them back here. And which leads us to this song, which is called Wherever You Go, There's Always Someone Jewish. It's on the back page. Sure. You have to help me sing this. Wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. You're never alone when you say you're a Jew. So when you're not home and you're somewhere kind of newish, the odds are someone but they're Jewish too. Some Jews live in tents and some live in pagodas, and some Jews pay rent 'cause the city's not free. Some Jews live on farms in the hills of Minnesota, and some Jews wear no shoes and sleep by the sea. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv, oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we're sharing the prayer in one of our hearts. And some Jews wear hats, and some Jews wear sombreros, and some wear keffiyeh to keep out the sun. Some Jews live on rice, and some live on potatoes, or waffles, or hamburger buns. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv, oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on Sabbath Eve, we're sharing the prayer in one of our hearts. Wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. You're never alone when you stay with a Jew. So when you're not home and you're somewhere kind of newish, the odds are don't look far, if they're Jewish too. The odds are don't look far, they're Jews just like you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.